Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and meet the Mets.
Bring your kids and bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life.
Because the Mets are really sucking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side.
Everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York Town.
Joining us on episode 3 of Meet the Mets is the man who was signed by the New York Mets as an undrafted free agent following an open tryout. He made his major league debut on September 4th, 1984. Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter gave him the nickname World for his ability to play every single position. He's a two-time All-Star, Silver Slugger Award winner, most valuable player, and a member of the 1986 World Champion New York Mets. It's time to meet the Mets and Kevin Mitchell. First question, Mitch, favorite road stadium and why?
Even late in my career or earlier in my career?
Whichever was your favorite.
I like St. Louis because of the background. And late in my career was San Diego.
Pitcher you owned and the pitcher that owned you?
I got to say Kevin Gross in my career, because I had a little incident with Kevin Gross. I think I was like 1 for 30 off of him. And I tell you what, when I signed with Boston, he was on the mound and I just got there. And he knew I couldn't, something would get with him I just could not figure out. I can be 3-0 and I still was making it out. But he was on the mound and he yelled over to the dugout. And I just got to Fort Myers with Boston. And he yelled over to the dugout. He said, Mitch, I'm only going 5 innings. You can come in after that. And I told Kevin Kennedy to put me in, and I still went off.
And who's the pitcher that you owned?
Man, that's a tough one right there. I mean, I hit Fernando pretty good. And I always like hitting against the Atlanta Braves staff because I knew it was going to be a challenge there, facing Avery and Glavine and Smoltz. And I think the best pitcher on that squad, I really had, if he had his stuff together, was Avery.
All right, so the player that you played against that's not in the Hall of Fame but belongs there.
Guy I got to figure out is right now is not there is Gary Sheffield.
Of all your years playing, the strangest on-field conversation you've ever had?
On-field conversation, the strangest one. Man, everything's been strange since I've been playing. Wow, that's a tough one because, like I said, everything has been strange. I gotta say, on field, just playing with the New York Mets was strange. So, but I learned a lot from those guys. So,
song that's on your Spotify playlist or on a loop that would surprise people when you told them that that's one of your go-to songs?
Oh, that's one of my go-to songs. Somebody Gotta Win, Somebody Gotta Lose by the Controllers.
Favorite pregame meal or pregame superstition or ritual?
I gotta say, my meal was before the game. I mean, I like boiled eggs, and maybe some crackers.
All you the years, old teammates, all the different teams, what's the best practical joke you've seen played on a teammate?
Oh, it's got to be with the New York Mets.
What was it?
Those guys was the best practical jokers I ever played with my whole career. The best one was going to the in Chicago, going to the horse and spray painting his what's the names on the bottom, waking us up at 2:00 in the morning.
Who did that?
All the veterans. You go from Straw to Doc to Ojeda to McDowell. All of them did it to us rookies.
Oh man, I never heard that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, you had to go in and paint the colors on the nuts on the horse in Chicago. And every team started that. They did every rookie had to go paint it the colors of the team that you came in with.
Love it. All right. This one's a good one. If you had a time machine, could travel back to any era of baseball and face one pitcher, who would it be and why?
If I wanted to go back in time, I probably would want to face Kevin Gross all over again, because that sticks in my head, that 1 for 30.
Okay. Best baseball movie.
I just watched it too a couple of weeks ago. Baseball movie. I enjoyed the Natural. I just think, it was especially when the little kid brought him up his bat, told him to pick one. That was so enjoyable for me. And it was kind of a sad movie, and it was kind of a good movie, great movie.
2 people, dead or alive, that you'd want to have a dinner with, and why?
I got to say Gary Carter, because he taught me a lot about the game, man. He kept me prepared for the game, and when I was over there with the Mets, and he was just such a joy. He always came to the ballpark with a smile on his face, and that's how I learned how to come to the ballpark and stay happy. Never had a bad bone in his body.
No. Most memorable Met moment for you?
I got to say winning the World Series. As a young kid and didn't know what it felt like, and got it over with, my first year. And I see a lot of guys that's still trying to get there and get that ring, and win the World Series. So just got it out the way, and that's what made it feel so enjoyable. And the guys that I played with was so enjoyable to play with.
All right, last one, toughest one. Sing as much as the Meet the Mets song as you can.
Sing the song?
You got it.
Oh. Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. I don't know the rest of it.